Mankind has long been on a journey to discover the fountain of youth, and many, of course, have put it down to sheer fantasy like the abominable snowman or the Loch Ness Monster. But the fountain of youth does exist. It's water, pure and simple. Now, we all know the benefits of drinking plenty of water, and we all know the benefits of eating plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, brown versus white bread, no smoking, and so on. So let's forget about all of those and delve into some really unique ways you can live for longer. Number 1. Fasting. Right, so we'll begin with the most controversial of them all, fasting. 2 prime examples were brought forward by TikToker The Max Reader. Dr. Yoshinori Nagumo, born in 1955, doesn't look a day older than 40. He's a firm believer of fasting and even wrote the book Being Hungry Makes You Healthy. 1 meal a day and you'll look 20 years younger. And if his perfect image isn't enough to make you consider it, then look at Dr. Nonamen Ra. He's also in his mid-60s and looks phenomenal. Now, we won't lie, some say he's a quack, but quack or not, to look like that in your 60s is an achievement in itself. According to Dr. Nagumo, fasting releases sirtuin. There's controversy surrounding this finding, but as explained by Science Direct, sirtuin, or SIRT, are a family of histone deacetylases that have been shown to regulate organismal lifespan as well as oxidative stress and DNA damages. The research on this one continues. Number 2. Move to Okinawa or Sicily. Your place of residence influences your aging process enormously. In the States, moving south of the Mason-Dixon line is like a death sentence. Mississippi in particular will have you heading through those pearly gates far earlier than expected. The Centers for Disease Control released data confirming that the lowest healthy life expectancy was in the South. Forbes affirmed that some of the unhealthiest places to live include Mexico City, Moscow, New York City, Washington, D.C., London, and Zurich. So instead of those places, maybe head to Hawaii, Sicily, or Okinawa. And there are many factors about living in these places that will help you live longer, from the right kinds of food to safety, good healthcare, and beautiful beaches. A perfect recipe for living a healthier, longer life. Number 3. Don't be a bachelor forever. You might not be sold on the idea of marriage just yet, but if you're keen to live a little longer, it seems like marriage might be the answer. There's an incredible book called The Longevity Project, Surprising Discoveries for Health and Long Life from the landmark 8-decade study, written by Howard S. Friedman and Leslie R. Martin. This book studied 1,500 Californians across 8 decades and came to some interesting conclusions. For example, you won't die from working long hours at a challenging job. In fact, the reverse was true. It's the prudent and persistent that are better off over the years than the happy-go-lucky type. And finally, while getting married means a longer life for men, interestingly enough, the same rule doesn't apply to women. Go grab yourself a free listen on Audible by heading to alux.com/freebook. Number 4. Grab a beer, cup of joe, and some chocolate. Life wouldn't be worth living if we denied ourselves all the good stuff, right? The occasional beer, our daily cup of coffee, or a bit of chocolate for our sweet tooth are all important factors when it comes to living a longer, healthier life. Coffee has been proven to deter certain cancers and chronic diseases, including Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Regular coffee drinkers were at a lower risk of death, as confirmed by a 30-year study done by the Harvard School of Public Health involving over 300,000 people. The journal Alcoholism, Clinical and Experimental Research further affirmed that moderate drinking was linked to the lowest mortality rates after studying 1,814 participants over 20 years. And of course, decent chocolate is crammed with antioxidants. But like everything in life, it's all better in moderation. Number 5. Floss. Show of hands, who flosses their teeth every single day? Right, as we expected, not very many. Flossing goes far deeper than removing a popcorn kernel from your teeth. It can actually add 6.4 years onto your life expectancy. Healthline confirms that flossing not only removes plaque and reduces the risk of cavities, but also helps to prevent gum disease, reduces bad breath, and could assist in heart health. Dr. Michael Roizen has written several papers and books where he's highlighted the benefits of flossing and how neglecting flossing could lead to the development of other diseases in the body. It makes no sense to skip something that literally takes a couple of minutes to do, Luxers. Number 6. Go shopping. Since COVID, we've all become a little warier of hitting the malls and supermarkets, and for a short time, that's totally acceptable. But by opting for online shopping over in-store shopping forever, well, that's not going to do your health any favors. The Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health released a study that confirmed that people who went shopping every day were at a lower risk of death. The authors of the study confirmed that, in shopping venues, socializing with or watching others can provide social and mental benefits. And while we're not suggesting you splurge on the daily, we are saying a simple exchange with the cashier when you buy a loaf of bread helps you to feel less lonely and leads to living a little longer. Number 7. Have healthy parents. Yes, we know you can't work on your current parents, but you can be the healthy parents for your offspring. There are several studies that confirm that what parents are exposed to in terms of their food and toxins in their environment can influence their children. If parents just focus on making healthier decisions in terms of what they eat, how they go about consuming food, and their relationship with food, then their children will emulate the same moving forward. And if this is something you're having a hard time with, we encourage you to seek out some professional help. Number 8. A big derriere is a healthy derriere. There's no doubt that staying physically active leads to a prolonged life, but that doesn't mean you have to exercise so much you don't have any fun anymore. Business Insider confirms that overexerting yourself could actually undo the results you worked hard to get, and worse, could damage your heart and arteries, lead to injury, and make you addicted. So where are we going with this? If your rear end is on the slightly larger end of the spectrum, don't worry about it, and obviously don't overdo the exercise trying to make it smaller. Researchers from Oxford University studied 16,000 women's bottoms, all legit research, we promise, and confirmed that the bigger the butt, the better. They found that bigger butts meant lower levels of cholesterol and a lower risk of mortality. Did we just unravel the truth in Sir Mix-a-Lot's Ode to Large Derrieres? I like big butts. He wasn't lying. Number 9. A good laugh and a decent sleep. There's an Irish proverb that says, "A good laugh and a long sleep are the two best cures for anything." Laughter is a miracle worker for staying young and living longer, and sleep is certainly underrated, so why not head out to a comedy show and then come home and have a great night's sleep? Not only does laughing burn calories, bonus, but according to research done in Japan and Norway, could make you live longer. Laughing is said to boost the immune system, helping to stave off deadly diseases. It also reduces inflammation, which are triggers for diseases like cancer and arthritis, which are no laughing matter at all. Number 10. Make a lot of money. One of the leading causes to stress is money, or rather lack thereof. The constant stress triggers all sorts of unhealthy physical, mental, and emotional problems, all leading to untimely deaths. So as simplistic as what making more money sounds like, it's one of the things that will genuinely keep you alive longer. You eliminate the stress and anxiety. You can afford to eat healthier, take much-needed holidays, afford better healthcare, send your kids to a decent school, and well, you get the picture. As the saying goes, money can't buy happiness, but it can pay the rent. Alright, Aluxers, what can you add to our list of ways to prolong one's life expectancy? We'd love to hear your input on this video in the comments below, so join the conversation. And of course, you stuck with us this far, here's your bonus. Right, so if the above doesn't quite match your idea of what you need to do to live longer, then perhaps this will intrigue you. There's currently research underway that's looking into ways of removing the old, worn-out cells from our body and replacing them with new cells, thereby taking decades off our lives. When tested on mice, Live Science reported that mice had stronger muscles, fewer cataracts, and less wrinkled skin. The only catch here, Aluxers, is the process will cost a lot of money. So you may as well make the money and avoid the lengthy and costly process of spring cleaning your cells. Thanks for watching today, Aluxers. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more of our daily videos.